Hello, welcome back to Ratropolis. Today we're the merchant, and I believe we want to start on the forest. Right? To keep the cycling fresh, I need to jump one map every time I reset to the merchant. Because I think we started merchant on the desert last time. I think that's how it works. That's how it's gonna work anyway. Hey, how's it going? How are you doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. I talked in this morning's episode about how I woke up and it was snowing. Finished the last episode and looked outside. Dude, it's a fucking blizzard out there again. What the hell is going on? I'm recording these back to back, by the way. Probably the most productive thing that can happen to me for Ratropolis. The thing that makes me the most productive is losing a run that I don't feel good about losing. Like that last run. That one didn't feel like a run I should have lost. Are you kidding me? I guess I should have had more population, right? But whatever. That was the last run. This is the current run. Today on the forest, which I gotta tell you, love the forest. This is my favorite map. Without a doubt. It's very relaxed. I feel like this is the map where the most things work. You can try a lot of different builds out and do a lot of different fun stuff on this map. And probably not die. Right? You can take like, the desert, any midline you have to have gone by wave 20. Except for Druid apparently, because Druid fucks up the desert. Take Rally again. On the coast you can't have too weak of a backline, but it's also a nightmare to micromanage having a strong backline. But on the forest, it's like, well, the AoE archers, while they're bad, they don't just put fire down that hits everyone. They have a finite number of targets they can hit, so you can deal with them in a reasonable manner. And sometimes the AoE archers don't even show up until later in the run. That is what I like about the coast, though, is there is no AoE past wave 20, right? The biggest source of AoE are the bosses, which are not that big of a deal. That's definitely my favorite thing about the coast. Obviously, my least favorite thing about the coast is wave 20. You don't need me to tell you that, though. But nah. Anyway. I'm thinking after this I might record a little bit of something new, something a little fresh, hopefully. And I still need to get the... I said that I would have the event guide finished and out, but I can't figure out how I want to make it, if that makes sense. It's hard for me to be able to be like, okay, this is how I want it to look, envision that, and then turn it into what it actually looks like. I think I might just make it in a Google Sheets, something like that. Relatively easy, post a spreadsheet of it or something, but I don't know. I'll get there eventually, I hope. To be fair, I haven't really looked at an event guide, or my event guide, the one that I already drew out, in a while, because I just go the exact same path every run. And I feel like it's the right path. I do. I don't think that there's much of a better path than... you get, like, there's only one reward that I'm not too enthused about. I don't think that this reward, remove one card, excellent. You can get a lot of bullshit out of your deck real fast. Take attack here. The only reward that doesn't matter is the next one, where you get 50-50 on an advisor. I don't really care about that. Just some casual clicks. Get them softened up for the guards. Nothing too crazy. Donate a card. You can have... Huh. What can you have here? Maybe Potter, maybe Grain, but Grain is generating me a lot of money. I don't know, it's a tough call. This is a tough call. I almost want to give attack, which is weird. I wish I would get a reward for this, for it being rare. I'll give him Potter. We'll see how it goes. Oh, what do you have, by the way? Livestock? Turns out I should have given Grain. Take livestock, restaurant, and a wall. Did I not put a wall down on the first map? I did not. Sometimes I just forget the wall, I guess. Not, of course, Pink Floyd's The Wall. You know, I do forget the Pink Floyd's The Wall, considering I've never actually listened to it, to be honest. Gotta make an admission to you right now. Never have I ever heard The Wall by Pink Floyd. Not the song, I've definitely heard the song. Although I think it's just Pink Floyd, or The Wall Part 1 that I've heard, because I think there's 2 parts. Regardless. There we go. Wanna soften up the boss. I'm not anchoring my hand, I'm not going in hard, I refuse to do it, etc, etc. You gotta do what you gotta do. If that's what this run becomes, so be it. I'll die for the victory. I mean, not literally, of course. I'll experience mild discomfort in my arm for the victory. Engineer, garbage. I guess we take territory. I'll upgrade a random military card. Like, upgrading militia, it doesn't really matter, but it's better than nothing. And I don't really care for the leader level up there. Again, we're just gonna, light clicks, right? Just get them all softened up. If I could, I would like to, yeah, kill that guy. Get the spitter out of the way. Is this runners? No, I think this is Fat Boys. This is definitely Fat Boys. I remember for sure that this is Fat Boys. We have a lot of population. You see, I think I need to value taking houses a little bit higher. I need to keep an eye on how much population I can play out, right? Like in this run, I can probably play out 38 population if I put my mind to it here. Oh. I think I remove grain. We get our population going. Just some light clicks. Nothing too much. Just soften up the Fat Boys, make our militia a little more survivable. And also rally these guys to get them all full healed. We're gonna get guards, sure. The left side doesn't have many militia, so I gotta keep my eyes open. Make sure that nothing bad happens over here. Steal, I could steal. You know? The game hasn't been playing very nice with me today. Now taking steel with livestock is not great, but the upside is that I have steel, so it doesn't matter. Just need a card removal. Look, when I become... Oh wait, I took 2 fire stations. I thought these were restaurants for some reason. Well, I didn't think they were restaurants, I just thought they were a building that was like, yeah, I should pick this. And, you know, yeah, they weren't bad. But, no, I noticed that I become a lot less, like, worried about picking up a steal like this when right after a loss, because it's like, well, I lost from trying to do something different, or like something that isn't an infinite, so now I'm just gonna do an infinite, because that's how it goes. You know, you want me to lose a run from something like, well, I got a barrel dropped on me and died. Yo, I got farmer. Cool. All right, I don't mind losing that, but the next episode is gonna be steel. Oh, I don't even need to remove anything here. When I get gather in the draw, I'll win. Look at all of these big boys. Very thick. Damn boy, he thick, etc. Steel here makes sense to me. Don't discard gather here, makes sense to me. Also, don't drop that dun. Now I just need to draw steel. Easy. And now we just see what I'm allowed to do with this. I will tell you what I don't want to do with this. I don't want to play attack a lot. That doesn't sound very fun at all. Guardian or Musketeer both seem reasonable. I'll do Musketeer. I could have taken Guardian and then done Guardian Militia, which would have been interesting. Maybe I should do that. Oh well. Downside of this run right now is that my income is terrible. I will probably just let my infinite go from time to time. Or not let it go. Oh no, livestock does let it go. Oh, barracks. We could have gone militia. Too bad. Let's, oh boy, here I go mining and stealing again. I don't mind. Because, you know. Last episode was a defeat when I was offered it, right? It's almost like, I almost feel like, well, I didn't do it in the last run and lost, so I guess we're gonna do it in this run now. I don't know. Like I've said, if I ever become super serious about win streaking in this game, which, you know, I kind of... If they put in a counter, I may try and see how far I can go. But other than that, I probably will not ever really go too hard on win streaking. But if I'm offered an infinite like this that I know wins and I'm trying to win streak, I'm gonna do it in the future. We'll get there when we get there, right? Because until they have an official counter within the game, I can't really... I mean, I can win streak, but you guys are just gonna have to take my word for it on if I win streaking, or if I'm like, well, the win streak's over because of something dumb that happened in recording. Oops. Right. It's kind of nice that I don't have to worry about like, oh well, whoops, I forgot to unmute my microphone before I started the episode. Haha. You know, I don't have to worry about that too much, which is nice. It's a very helpful. But if they implement win streaking and something like that happens, I'll just be like, well, hey, sorry, I forgot to unmute my microphone at like 5 minutes, and just start the episode there or something. I don't know. We'll see, basically. That's a we'll cross that bridge when we get there sort of situation. I do think that... Well, I don't know if you can win consistently forever. Because of... And there's one major thing that makes me say now that I'm not sure you can win consistently forever. And it is the Purificate/Flood events. If those events had any sort of like non-terrible outcomes to them, something that didn't make me go, oh, we just lose, I might feel a little better about it. But because those events can just, like, because you can hit the Purificate event on like wave 3 and then just get run over, I feel a little less confident in my ability, or I don't feel like making the claim of, yeah, I could probably get to a point where I win this game always. I don't think that that is a strong claim. Just because of the uncertainty of those events. However, 3, 6, 7, 8. I don't need really walls. I'm just gonna look for... I don't need any of this either. I guess walls because I'm kind of running out of space. Yeah. Take a lot of buildings, you start to run out of space. It happens. Probably slow down on my playing of mining and steel here now that we've got mining up to 143. Card remove. The Purificate event, I think, is a little less game ending because of you can take the 3 cards, right? So if your army is in a okay position, you can just take those 3 cards. It just sucks that you have to do 3 more card removals, but it's not the end of the world. Similarly, the Flood event is like, well, it's just 5 cards that cost me money, but if those hit you at a bad time, you often will. I've seen a lot of runs that could have stabilized fall apart because of those events, or runs that I thought were winning have the wave stack up with a wave of Playgrass from Purificate and just die. Either option can happen, and you just gotta be ready. Right, less complaining and more preparing. You know what I would do? I would make it so that both of those events are guaranteed to happen, but it's only one of them and they happen at a specific time, right? So like either you face Flood or Purificate Although of those two, I think that Flood is clearly a little bit easier to handle. Although, to be fair, is Flood that much easier to handle? Think about it. I think that it kind of depends, right? Sometimes those plague rats are just a benefit, right? They just are pure money. They're sold. They're excellent. I think that event also would become a little better if they put an option to like set your units as ready instead of having them wander around like little idiots. But no, it's like this is all feedback that instead of just complaining into a YouTube video, I should maybe see if there are channels to send to the devs, right? I doubt the developers watch this video. It's fun to theorycraft though, and also it's fun to complain. You know me. Am I really mad? Nah, I love this game. I think it's real good. I think that there are some minor aspects that could be changed to make me like it a little more. But outside of that, like, this game's great, dude. Come on. Making like a 100 part, or fucking like maybe 1,000 parts, who knows? A very long YouTube series with it. I am going to just take wave time here because we're very strong. Oh, I should have specialized out another wall or two. We have infinite houses if I get a house. That's all I'm really looking for right now is I want one house and then we have infinity houses. 3, 6, I have 9 cards, so I do need to watch out if my house choice is not from this, right? If this wasn't where I got my house, I would have to look out. So it just goes steel, specialized house, and I just do this over and over, right? Steel, specialized house, and we get infinity houses. Another little trick you can use. Military units are cheaper is nice. Are you guys gonna move up or are you just gonna sit there? Huh, interesting. This might be bad. Maybe I should just move back. Yeah, let's just move back. And this unit is just stuck in the middle of nowhere. Not much I can do about that, I guess. I don't know what to do. I think he's stuck at this wall. I don't know. We'll just put down a few more musketeers, right? I can put this on hold for a moment. And we can power out enough musketeers to live through this without much fear. But no, putting down those 2 walls and then trying to move up like that was a little risky. Card removal here. Say goodbye to guards. Instead of musketeers, I should put down some shield rats, but I don't. Yeah, I should put down some shield rats. I just don't think shield rat's gonna do anything apparently, because he's just gonna stand there and go, are there people I should be protecting? Nah. Nah, I don't need to help my midline. I'm just gonna sit here and watch them get killed in front of me. Shield rat, you're a genius. Let's get some more musketeers down here. I do think that this is the easiest Wave 20 boss. I've said a few times. Maybe he's about to prove me wrong, but I don't respect him very much. I think that he's not the greatest. Yeah, because he gives the units. Wait, does he give them lifesteal? I thought I saw the lifesteal symbol there. Well. I'm also kind of neglecting to power out more units because I'm doing this population boom, which I could have probably used more time for, but it doesn't really matter. We'll get there, and I'm about to get 20 more as well. I should have grabbed a wall from the shop. Oh, I could upgrade this house, couldn't I? Yeah, I could upgrade this thing. Although, do I really need to? Nah, I don't need to. Although, is there anything better for me to do with it? I mean, not really. So I will. I could upgrade the specialized, but the only thing to upgrade specialized for is to do a Specialized Infinite setup, but I already have a Specialized Infinite with steel. I'm doing it the other way, where you just steal first and abuse the redraw animation. Do I have any more space? 2 more. 12 more population. No, this is a pretty straightforward run, all things considered. It is just I have 170 population on wave 20, which is pretty good, I would say. I would say that's a reasonable number to have, if you were to ask me. I'm just gonna have like 5 shield rats in position to tank just in case any more tomfoolery goes on this run with my musketeers getting stuck or anything like that. But for the most part, I think this one's settled up. After this, I may just do nothing. I've been playing a lot of Mountain Blade Bannerlord, as I've been saying. It's real fun. I'm trying out a bunch of different playstyles and having a great time with that game. Real good. As I've been saying, I'm excited for it. Maybe I'll play some Stone Shard. I got a lot of choices, right? I've been feeling like I'm kind of neglecting the YouTube. And by neglecting, I mean just that I feel like there's more I could be doing. Right, I'm putting out the 2 Ratropolis episodes a day, and that's good. I'm enjoying these. But what I would like to do is I'd like to make some more stuff, you know? But I've had all these ideas. I've been talking about them on and off here and there throughout the episodes, but I never get around to actually acting on them, if that makes sense. Like I've got some ideas that I think could be cool, but trying new things is always a struggle for me to do, because I gotta be like, hey, coming up soon on the channel, we're gonna do something new. But I don't know. I don't really feel like I'm to a point where I need to really be like, hey, we're gonna be making some major changes, unless those major changes are in relation to like, hey, major changes coming up, I'm going to be making less Ratropolis, which is not coming up. That's just an example of one of the things that I would be like, hey, watch out for this. But no, Ratropolis, if there's a chance, right? There is a chance that I wanna, in the future, go down to 1 episode just to get ahead of stuff, but I don't think I will. I think I'm fine. I don't think that it's a problem. And I'm gonna be at all the population I need here. Crazy. Move these boys on up. And specialize out some more houses. For a minute I thought I did that combo wrong. You know? I almost went, yeah, I thought I did that combo wrongly. Could mix in mining to this, couldn't I? Yeah, you could. Interesting. Just gotta make sure you play everything in the right order. What is haha not anymore? Haha not anymore is just a terrible outcome, if I'm not mistaken. It's something you really don't want. Doesn't matter, right? Apparently that was a boss wave. I didn't even know. These runs are like, they're good because like it's free. It's enjoyable because this is an easy win. But it's not enjoyable because there's not a whole lot of, you know. How do you think this episode ends? You think I lose this one? Do you think I lose this one where I have 200 population of musketeers out on either side of the map? I have, let's see, so I got 200 population, divide that by 3, it comes out to be, it's like, what, what's the number that's most closely divisible by 3? It would be 197? 198, isn't it? Let me see if I can remember the trick to figure out if a number is divisible that they taught me in elementary school. I think for 3, it's like if you add up the numbers, like for a 2 or 3 digit number, add up the numbers, and if that number is divisible by 3, then the number is divisible by 3. That's definitely bullshit, because 12 adds up to, no wait, 12 adds to 3. That is the thing, isn't it? So it would be 198 then, because 1 plus 9 is 10, plus 8 is 18. Now instead of doing that, I could have just done the division of 3 into 198, of course, but why would I do that when I could just do the stupid trick to figure out if it's divisible? One of the few things I really do remember pretty vividly from elementary school. I guess I'll take 5 floods. Oh, it doesn't ruin me. How about that? Let me think about it for a second. It would be, is it so 90 is 30 units, right? This is 90 population of units. So it's 90, and then this is, because these are worth 3 population, right? So it's 180. Doing math like this live under pressure is terrible. Because I just look like a fool. It's 180 plus 18. It's 6. That's 6 plus 60. So you can get 66 units out. That's the number. You can take the V advisor, sure. 66 units of musketeers out, and I have 63 out because I have some miscellaneous dudes. But regardless, I have 63 musketeers on the field. I literally didn't even know which boss we were fighting. Oh shit. How scary was that? Is it BM to make fun of the enemies? It might be BM. Oh man. They're not actually just one-shotting the entire way, which I'm kind of surprised. I kind of expected that with 30 musketeers it would just be constant firing. I'm glad I've reached a point where musketeer is really strong, because I definitely tried him multiple times in the earlier patches, and at the end of it all I was like, yeah, I think this unit is unplayable. I think that there was a change that made him stronger. I think they gave him more attack or something like that. Excuse me. A little bit too much water. Every now and then, you know? Get a little bit of the hiccups. It's like a singular hiccup though, it's not anything else. Really, I don't get the hiccups very often, I've noticed. If I'm like eating too fast or drinking too fast, I'll start to feel the tightness in my chest that's like, oh, if I keep going, I'm gonna have the freaking hiccups, dude, you better stop. And then I just stop, and it's just that easy. But every now and then, right, I'll just like a little, like a singular hiccup like that, and then it's gone. Anyway. I don't know. These runs are weird. Like, these steel runs are weird because there is no drama. This is it. Like, I've got 200 population out. I've got 16,000 gold. Sure, give me a building card. Yo, defensive wall level 2. Let's go. I just open these up and see if there's smuggle. That's it. That's all we do now. And we just sit here and watch them trickle into my bullets. I kind of expected these guys to do a little better. I think they're struggling when the enemies are right on top of them, right? Because there's like a second that they have to retarget. It takes what, 4 shots? It takes 3 shots for a musketeer to kill an enemy. So a majority of the time that they're not shooting is just retargeting. Right, you can see they kind of have a little bit of a retargeting time in there, where after the unit that they were shooting gets killed, they have to aim another unit. I don't think, yeah, the rest of it's in guard, so I may as well have 1 shield right on either side. Trying to play these cards as fast as I can. 3, 4, 5, 6. The reason I don't play with the key bindings is mainly just that it's really hard to tell. With the key bindings, I feel like it's really hard to tell which card is which, and I'll definitely mess it up in the heat of the moment. Like, without a doubt, I'll be playing a unit that I should not be playing, or a card that I should not be playing. If they had the Slay the Spire numbers above the cards, I might, but no, I won't lie to you. You know, I don't give a shit about that. I don't do that. I don't do key bindings in games where I don't have to, even if it's slightly less efficient. If this is the owl, I should move back anyway. Right, because my units, if it's the owl, it's going to be on me before they get behind the wall. Hey, it is the owl. You know, the owl might fuck me up here. Oh, he's got to go through all the houses. Shoot, boys. No? Oh, that's right. I think there's a problem with your units aiming. Like, I think many units have problems targeting the owl if the owl lands while they're in transit. That's what I'm pretty sure it is. If your units are in transit and the owl lands, they will not target him. Which is interesting. Hopefully they'll target him now. Where's everyone else? I wanna just set this. Yeah, they're targeting him now. We're good. 2,000 damage per fucking volley. Look at that. That's insane. And they can kill him in the air. Very cool. Good job, musketeers. Yeah, so there's a little trick for you. A little something to keep in mind. If you're moving your units back at a last minute like that against the owl, you gotta move them another wall back or else they won't shoot. A good little thing to note. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. And I will see you in the next one. Have a good day.